Follow me.
Doe het dik aan tien, George.
Follow me.
Doe het dik aan tien, George.
The cable car hung midway across the valley. It wasn't moving. Pearl and Dwayne's cable car was hanging from that cable. That was almost a... Come on, Nico. Pearl's giving me the code to the door.
What? Pearl? Who? How?
Trust me, Nico. I've got friends in low-hanging places. Huh. There's no one here.
Looks like everything has been shut down.
Help!
There was no lock, but the door wouldn't open.
Go away!
Hello?
George? There's someone in there.
Are you all right in there?
Just go away.
The cable cars were scheduled to run all day. The control panel looked complicated. It wasn't powered up, and the smell of burnt electrical components hung ominously in the air. The cogs turned, but the rest of the mechanism didn't seem to be engaging. The control panel looked complicated. It wasn't powered up. The wheels were part of the cable car mechanism. How do we persuade her to come out?
We need to make friends with her.
The console circuitry looked pretty complex and dangerous. The console circuitry looked pretty complex and dangerous. The cable cars were scheduled to run all day. Wait, please, we mean you no harm. Please, come out.
I'm staying right here until I know it's safe.
A metal lunchbox. Someone sure wanted to keep their cheese safe.
Hey, is anybody there?
Whoa, did you hear that?
We're stuck in here. Help!
How about that, Nico? A talking lunchbox. Huh, what will they think of next? I better take it with me. A talking lunchbox. Locked. With no key, I was going to have to find a way to break into it. The lock was too well made to be picked. A talking lunch with no key. How can we get this console to work?
I think that girl is the answer. I want to know what's in the box.
Can you get this open?
No, sorry, I don't think a press card and a mop would be much use there. Maybe there's something in this station we can use.
With Langham and his thugs out there, it was far too dangerous to be walking about. Besides, I was convinced that we could make the cable cars work from in here. The cable cars were scheduled to run all day. The cable cars were scheduled to run all day. No one was manning the counter. No one was manning the counter. Wait, please,
I'm staying.
The huge cogs were part of the cable car mechanism. They looked very powerful. The box was now wedged in the cogs, or rather, the giant can opener. How can we get this console to work?
I think that girl is the answer. That's quite a mess you've made there, George.
You know what they say about making omelets, Nico?
You can't make them without strawberry jam?
Just as I thought, it's a two-way radio.
Can anyone hear me?
Dwayne, this is George. George Stobart.
Holy cow, George, just the fella I need. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good, Dwayne. And don't you worry, I'll have you out of there in a minute.
You reckon you can get the cable car running again?
No, the console isn't working properly. I've got no idea why not.
George, this is Pearl. Get Kat to help you. She knows everything about that place.
Kat? Is she the girl in the closet?
Has she locked herself in? Oh, dear. Let me talk to her, darling.
Strawberry jam was smeared all over the machinery. Kat, I found you a friendly voice.
How do you know my name?
Kat, dear, it's me, Pearl.
Pearl? How did you get here? That's not possible.
Listen, darling, it really is me, but I'm talking on the radio. George here is a very decent guy, and you should open the door.
I'm not going to fall for that. Prove it's you.
All right. Remember we discovered we both love musicals?
Yeah? And my favourite one is?
How does it go now? Help me out. I am the very model of a modern major general.
Of information, vegetable, animal, and mineral.
I know the kings of England and I quote the fights historical.
From Marathon to Waterloo in order categorical. I'm very good in integral and differential calculus.
I know the scientific names of beings and homunculus.
In short, in matters, vegetable, animal, and mineral.
I am the very model of a modern major general.
right. Only Pearl would know that, and I trust her. Who are you?
I'm George, and this is Nico. How did you end up in a closet?
There were some guys with guns. They took over the whole station. I hid in here.
We're trying to avoid them too.
I was quite surprised, you know. They never mentioned guns at the job interview.
Really? We need to use the cable car. Can you operate it?
Yeah, if the console was working, but they sabotaged it.
And there's no way to get it started?
There might be. Let me see. See that burned out fuse down there?
In the back by the prongs?
Yeah. The idiots stuck a spanner in there and blew the fuse. They wanted to make sure no one could use the cable cars. Connect those two prongs somehow, and the console should restart.
How on earth are we going to reach that?
I don't know. But don't stick your arm in there. You'll get fried.
I needed to avoid touching anything that could give me a shock. The console looked complicated and dangerous. In the wrong place, the paperclip would do more harm than good. It was the only area that was safe for me to touch. Anywhere else would have given me one hell of a shock. I could only safely touch the area right at the front. That wasn't where... That wasn't... That was... In the wrong place? That was never... Any ideas on how to reach those prongs in the console?
Oh, if only we had some rubber gloves.
I should have asked Annette for hers.
Well, you can't take everything, George.
Nothing of interest in there. It was a radio. Dwayne had the other one down in the cable car. Would you like to talk to Pearl again?
No, thank you. Let's just find a way to rescue them.
The control panel looked complicated. It wasn't powered up. The cogs would no longer turn. Hi, it's Kat, isn't it?
Yeah, Cat D.
Catchy. And you run the station?
No, this is just a summer job.
How do you know Pearl?
She and Dwayne came through here this morning.
You seem like old friends.
I know. It's almost as if I'd seen her before.
So what's down there?
There's a little chapel called Santa Cova.
Did those guys go down there too?
Nah, I think they settled for closing down the cable cars.
How come you know about repairing consoles?
I like to know what I'm working with.
Got any ideas how I'm gonna reach those prongs?
Don't you have something useful in your pocket?
Yep, most likely. So, what do you do when you aren't locked in cupboards?
I'm a designer.
Oh, hey, I knew a designer once. Of course. I was just curious about Kat.
Yes,
I didn't think she'd like that. I have half a cookie if you're hungry.
I didn't get to eat my breakfast, but you know, I think I'll pass.
Do you like cockroaches?
No,
This is Trevor.
Please don't let...
I didn't think she'd like... She wouldn't be impressed. She wouldn't be... Kat seemed all right, but I decided to keep the painting to myself. Would you like to talk to Pearl again?
No, thank you.
The wheels were part of the... Any ideas on how to reach those prongs in the console?
Oh, if only we had some rubber gloves.
I should have asked Annette for hers.
Well, you can't take everything, George.
The box was mangled beyond repair. Strawberry jam was smeared all over the machinery. That wouldn't work. That kind of cookie didn't need jam. If I dipped Trevor directly in the jam, his feet would stick together. I had a feeling I needed him fully mobile. That would be point. That wouldn't work. That was That wouldn't work. I needed a better... That wouldn't have worked. With Langham and his thugs out. Besides... I needed to avoid touching anything that could give me a shock. I needed to electrically connect the two prongs to hotwire the console. The console looked complicated and dangerous. I needed to avoid touching anything that could give me a shock. I needed to avoid I needed to avoid I could only safely touch the area right at the front. I could only safely touch the area right at the front. I needed a better... That was... That was... That was... In the wrong place, the paperclip would do more harm than good. That would be point. I needed a bet. That wouldn't. The paperclip would do the trick connecting the two prongs. But I didn't want to just throw it in there. I might miss. That so didn't work. Never in... Any ideas on how to...
Oh, if only we had some... Well, you...
So what?
There's a little chapel called Santa Cova.
Did those guys go down there?
Nah, I think they settled for closing down the cable cars.
That was almost a great idea. The paperclip would do the trick connecting the two prongs. But I didn't want to just throw it in there. I might miss. That so didn't... The thought of Trevor armed with a paperclip intrigued me, but I had no way to attach it to him. They didn't go together. That's... It didn't. That... No, that didn't. They did... Never... Not a snowball. Well, let's see. They didn't go together. Never... No, that didn't work. In the wrong place? This paperclip is bound to come in useful. I just know it.
Well, you've surprised me before, George. I'd keep it.
She wouldn't be impressed. Any ideas on how to read?
Oh, if only we had some... Well, you can't take everything.
Nothing of interest in there. Any ideas on...
Oh, if... Well, you...
No one was manning the counter.
Anybody?
It was a radio. Dwayne had the other one down in the cable car. No one was manning the counter.
Anybody?
That would be pointless. No one was manning the counter.
Anybody?
That wouldn't make any sense. Any ideas on how to reach...
Oh, if only we had...
Hmm.
Well, you...
The cable cars were scheduled to run all day. The wheels were part of the cable car mechanism. Well, I'd done stranger things in my life. The paperclip was now all sticky. The paperclip would do the trick connecting the two prongs. But I didn't want to just throw it in there. I might miss. They didn't go together. Well, that didn't work. Well, it seemed... They didn't... Well, that didn't... I stuck the paperclip to Trevor's back. I bet he could work in an office now. Trevor could help, but I couldn't just throw him in there. I set him down at the edge where it was safe. There was no way I could reach that far. There was no way I could reach that far. That would be pointless. Go, Trevor, go! Poor Trevor looked like he needed therapy, but the console was working. The console, it's working.
Cool. I can send you down there if you want. Let me just bring the cable car up here.
Pearl and Dwayne are going to be mighty relieved.
Oh, they must have been going down in the other cable car.
Come on, Nico. There's no time to lose. As we got closer to the face in the rock, I knew for sure that we were on the right track. It was definitely the same as the face in the painting, but with one difference. The symbol of the tabula was missing from the rock formation. Well, here we are.
But no way to reach the face. Let's have a look around. There must be a way up.